I'm Rachel Barnett with Gentle Frog, custom QuickBooks training. And I'm here creating the Zoom with Nicole because we want to show people how Zoom works because we each use Zoom in our businesses. In my business, I use Zoom to help people learn how to use their QuickBooks. I meet people via Zoom and then we screen share and share mouse control as needed.
I am Nicole Lex Ritchie. My company is Luxcentric, and I help people with their foundational technology. And that really means email, files, calendars, and contacts, and make them behave with their whole system. And like Rachel, I use Zoom to meet with clients and see them face to face because most of my clients are remote. And also I can go in and view what they're seeing and what they're struggling with in their computer situation and take over mouse control and whatnot. And so we thought this would be an excellent thing to do to help everybody use Zoom better. The first thing that we do, because every Zoom call that I've ever had, there is that moment of, I can't hear you and you can't hear me. It's normal.
Yeah.
But it is panic inducing.
Yes, very much so.
So in this presentation here, the arrangement that we have, I am the host. And so my toolbar down here at the bottom below Rachel's chin, it looks slightly different than what Rachel is seeing below my chin. Over to the left here, we have the audio. And you've got the little microphone, and if I click the microphone, you won't be able.
I can't hear you, Nicole.
So now, I unmute it, and then I can be heard. The little up arrow next to it will allow me to choose what microphone I'm using as to what comes out of my mouth that Rachel can hear. And for me, I'm using the actual built-in microphone, which I've got connected to my lapel. Also here on speaker, what I'm hearing in my ears is my Beats headphones. So I can switch these around. I'm not going to because it might mess up the system. But that's where audio is.
Let's talk about video, which is the control just to the right of the audio control. So right now we're each displaying our videos. It's definitely possible to stop displaying. If you hover in the lower left-hand corner, you can click on the button that says Stop Video. When I stop the video, it just reverts to my name. So I can click it again to start my video. I can click the caret to the right of that to choose which camera. In my case, I have one camera. It's the built-in laptop camera. So there's nothing more for me to fiddle with there. And then in the same kind of area as video is also desktop sharing or screen sharing.
That's the funnest part.
Yeah, I do not describe it as the funnest part. Like the act of sharing is good. The act of getting there, not so much.
Got it. But it is more intuitive than you'd think. The nice thing is it has right below your chin, right below my chin, should be a big green button. So let's go ahead. Rachel, how about you? Are you ready to share your screen?
Sure. Yeah, I'll share my desktop. So when I click share, it gives me the option to share my screen. I don't have a second monitor connected, so it's only one screen. I can share a whiteboard, an iPhone, iPad, the recording software in the Zoom meetings. What I really want to share is just the screen. So I'm going to click on the screen, which is in the upper left-hand corner. I click the blue share button in the lower right-hand corner. And you're now seeing my screen. So if I was having trouble with something, I could show you my screen and then we could fiddle with it. So this is my my background. So I'm gonna pull up Notepad. So things and stuff. So if I'm having trouble and Nicole needs to log into or take over keyboard control from me, I can share keyboard.
And I can request mouse control. So
okay, that's probably easier.
Because I'm hosting, in theory, I know more of what I'm doing.
Yes. Well, and I always just request it, so I don't know how to give it. So I'm like, this is perfect.
Right. Right. And so I'm on my side, you'll see what the request control looks like. In the upper, at the very top above your head, are view options with the little downy caret thing. And I can click that and hit request remote control. And that will pop up in Rachel's side and will give me options. So I'm going to click this request button,
So
and Rachel will either accept or deny.
I shall approve. So
Or,
it now says it's waiting for you to control my screen.
and so that means that I can move my mouse around, and I can move Rachel's notepad over, because it should really be down here instead.
Oh, I see. I'm glad I have your help because I wouldn't have known that. That's perfect.
That's right.
If I hover over the top, there's this button that says remote controlled. And then I can say abort controls if I'm done allowing Nicole to control my mouse.
Exactly.
So,
And you can also stop the share.
okay. So to stop the share, I'm going to click the stop share button on the top of my screen. It's the green bar with the meeting ID number. And to the right of that is a red stop share.
And there we go. Now we're seeing our faces again.
Yay!
Yay! And as the host, I can also share my screen. And so as I lift this up, I can choose who can share and see. Click the caret instead of the share. And so this you probably saw on Rachel's computer. We've got desktop 1. I have 2 desktops, and so I can share desktop 2, and it will share everything with Rachel on my desktop 2. So here we've got my website, and we also have Rachel's website.
Fantastic.
And then, of course, I can click the red button and stop the share.
Sometimes when I'm connecting with a client, if we can't hear each other, I'm not so good with miming. And so I pop into chat and I'm like, hey, I can't hear you. Can you hear me? But it's difficult to explain how to get to it. It just, when I pop in a chat as the host, it just magically appears on the recipient side.
Right. So I'll go ahead and click the chat. So let's say that I wanted Rachel to go to my website. So I'll click that chat and I'm going to type in my website. And here I have the option to choose everyone or just Rachel. So if there's more than just one of us, we have options. And I'll hit enter and it'll pop up there and then she'll receive it. She might have to look for the blinking chat window, or she might even have to actually click the chat window.
So on the bottom of my screen, I have there's a kind of a dark gray. In bright orange, it says chat, and then it has a little number 1 next to it. So when I click on that, it scoots you over a little bit and opens up the chat window. I can click on the blue hyperlink for your website, and then it opens up your website in my Chrome browser, which is fantastic.
That is super great.
Yeah.
And on my side, I've got mine in full screen, and so my chat window is right above or on top of Rachel, and I can scooch it out of the way, or I can exit full screen, and that will even hide it further so that I can rearrange things, or I can add it to the window, so merge into meeting window. So we've got that option.